Yes, sir. We're here Friday night, Yerrr. Maybe somebody can't hear AKA. Mr. AKA, put your mama in a figure for a leg lock. Follow the Friday Night Yerrr YouTube channel. It's been getting some numbers lately, but you know, I expect little progress, but we're going to expand it into bigger progress. So always stay moving forward. We all know Punk's here to get the elephant out the room. We know. We're going to
Pepsi for a reason, folks.
Pepsi Phil's here, but we got the crew here, the guys here, the boys here. Jamel Eastside Reviews, Menace, Sensei the Syndicate, Afro Comedy. So I mean, we just started Survivor Series as a whole.
That last 15 minutes is insane.
Oh, yeah, the last 15.
Bruh, the thing about Survivor Series, I think Triple H proved the point, yo. It was the most watched Survivor Series of all time, allegedly, and Roman Reigns wasn't on the card. That's a beautiful thing, in my opinion.
So
not that I don't. I still listen. Tribal Chief is Tribal Chief. I still love the Tribal Chief, but it's good.
It shows the strength of the roster.
Exactly that. It shows that you don't have to have Roman or the Bloodline to still do these amazing numbers. Still have an amazing card.
We all know Carlito and Escobar didn't have him.
I was so bummed out about that.
Dragon Lee replacement. It was a match, just like Miz and Gunther. It was a match. Good match. Miz will get a rematch, but you know, just to pass the time. Zoe Starks and Rhea. It was.
Bruh, okay, I have a problem. No, that was not a match. Okay, and maybe I was the only person that felt this way, but it felt like Zoe just. I don't know if she was overwhelmed at the prospect of 17,000 people staring her down or what, but it felt like certain stuff she just rushed through and it looked so fucking horrible. Like when she did the little spot where she ran and jumped up on the apron to try and jump up and go into the crossbody and then couldn't even get herself horizontal for the crossbody when she jumped. So it was just like a weird little half hammer fist thing.
Well,
almost.
that's why I said it was a match. That's all it was. It wasn't a good match.
The thing, Zoe Starks is good though. That's what I
Cam, do you think Gunther versus Miz wasn't good?
I thought it was a match. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, bro, come on. Anytime the ring shit around in there, it's way more than a match.
All right, I'll say this. What I mean by it was a match, we all knew the outcome of it.
Oh yeah.
We all know Miz is good. We all know Gunther is good. We all know it's going to be a solid match. That's what I'm saying. It was watchable. It wasn't a piss break. It was a match. That's all it was.
I feel that too. Like, I don't think it was great. I thought it was a good match, and I thought Miz, like, the crowd was actually firing up for him as like a babyface, and so it was good. Like, I would say that.
Wouldn't see on Raw? No,
I was just about to say that. That felt like a Raw main event, and that's not a knock, and that's not a diss. It's just it didn't feel. Like we've seen,
it felt like it could be in the middle of any 3-hour spot of wrestling.
Hey, did y'all see how like Miz didn't really want to take like the full blunt chop of he
sold that shit so quick it wasn't even funny. He made sure to disengage as soon as possible. As soon as that nigga swung his hand, he
got a chance to. He was like, "Nope, not finna get me all the way in the full chop."
You're not gonna see up in the middle.
But he did it. He did it super slick, Like, it wasn't like this blatant, obvious thing where he's, like, jumping back away from the chops. He would just make sure that his body went with the chop. So the impact was following him down as opposed to actually traveling with him, I guess.
Of the 3 non-War Games match, I feel that Dragon Lee and Santos, I think they've got, like, they for sure got another gear that they both can go to. I think that was just a little appetizer.
I mean, Santos
the match got put together.
Yeah, not to be a
and the match got put together the week before on SmackDown.
And just like I said, it was a match. It was a match. It was just a match.
Those 3 matches weren't bad.
I definitely would have rathered Santos versus Carlito though. I feel like that
match has heat. Better. Has heat, has some story built to it.
For the 2 War Game matches, you know, you had Team Bianca, who was the captain, apparently.
Jane Cena, you mean?
Jane Cena, Charlotte, Becky, Shotzi versus Damage Control. You know that.
You mean versus
Three
the
Joshis?
you mean the Tokyo
The
Joshi
Kabuki
Pro
Warriors
stable
and
that
Bailey.
is
Kabuki
now
Warriors
taking
2.0 with
and with
Tammy with the big ass.
Julia's coming too. The Tokyo Joshi Pro part of the
Your girl
WWE
Sasha, come on, baby.
Yeah,
Mercedes, come home.
Y'all, did y'all
Like,
see her Instagram bio? She put the look in my eyes in the Instagram bio, yo.
Athena, you too, baby, come home.
Nah, you
sorry.
ran it out. You don't get to come back. Ember
There's a
Moon is
lot I
done.
gotta say about Athena. Athena's coming back.
Listen, as long as
I hope so, man.
I'll believe she's coming back if she drops this ROH title to fucking Billy Starks here in a month.
So with the women's war games, it was solid. We had moments. Normal Io Sky doing Io Sky stuff. Becky and Charlotte seemed to have rekindled their friendship.
Shotzi went kind of crazy.
I loved Shotzi when she first came up.
Look, I don't know what it is about Shotzi, man. I get
sometimes
that.
She has me.
I guess she's not the best, but like, damn, it always just looked like she's just like 2 gears behind everybody she's always wrestling.
But it wasn't like that in NXT though, was it?
I can't recall.
It kind of was like it always kind of
it was like
because I felt like I liked her matches more in NXT, and it's like ever since she's got up to the main roster, the very few matches that she's had, I've just been like something.
But just
it's the expectation of it though too.
You have to look at the
that very well could be it.
Yeah, you literally have 5 Hall of Famers in that match. So
exactly.
Like, you can't ask too much.
Look at the Creed brothers right now. They just came up, and they're already the #1 contenders for the fucking tag title.
It's called changing pace. We've seen everybody be #1 contender. Let's get the Creed brothers in there.
Hey, I'm saying, listen, I'm calling it now. The Creed brothers are taking the belts off of Judgment Day, and that is when Damian Priest gets kicked.
They need to split the belts.
No, I think gonna get kicked.
I agree. They either need to split the belts or consolidate the belts and let the tag champs go back and forth.
But for the women, you have
something
7
needs to be done.
For the women, you have 7 S tier female performers, and then it's just Sashi, who's probably C tier at best.
Damn.
The way
he's not wrong though. He's not wrong though.
I mean, he's not.
I broke down the match like this.
She does not compare to anyone else that was in that match.
There's 2 perennial all-stars, and then there's Shotzi.
Easily.
If
you want to be honest,
exactly how it breaks down.
If you want to be honest, Shotzi was definitely out of her depth as opposed to her talent compared to everyone else in that ring. You gotta. I mean,
she was punching above her weight.
I was just say putting Natalia in there if you needed to.
But maybe they're really trying to get Shotzi over, and I'm never gonna. But I don't.
Why put Natalia in there though? Yeah, like, what are we doing with Natalia at this point?
She's a vet.
Like Natalia.
So
just because she's a vet, don't mean that we gotta keep putting her in these matches. At a certain point, we gotta move on from some of these.
I'll take Shotzi over Natalia because I've watched more than enough Natalia matches in my life, bro.
Oh goodness. Sensei the Syndicate. What's your take on
her OnlyFans just popping though, from what I heard.
Her sisters, her sisters. Her sister got the looks in the family.
Her sister way better.
Tyson.
As far as the match is concerned, like I was cool. Like I always think it's funny that EO just puts
the trash can crossbody, yo.
And just be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
I was waiting for that shit. I popped hard when the trash can.
Every time she in War Games, she got to do it.
I love this.
She got to do it.
So I think it's always funny how they, get it up there or whatever. Because how did they do it before? They used the chain or something and
use
the chain. Had to wrap it around her or some shit, and then she jumped down. So, the trash can just works better.
Yeah. So,
but the amount of balls it takes to jump off a fucking 20-foot cage, not being able to see
off a ledge that's like this far.
Exactly.
Like
Mm-hmm. I will say this too with regards to Shotzi.
She was getting shaky jumping off a story.
She was getting fucked up with that trash can lid back, Kyrie.
That was the biggest trash can lid I've ever fucking seen, bro.
That shit threw me off. I'm like, yo.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Whenever what's her name? Whenever Bianca came in there, started just flailing around the hair. I was like, okay.
She's got to stop using her hair as a weapon.
But the moment she started using that as a weapon against Bailey with the chair and started winning, I was like,
that's crazy.
Like at this point, like what are we for real doing here? Like
James
what's
Cena.
this girl's hair made out of?
She's bulletproof,
she's
bro.
in a steel chair and that shit's winning. Like what are we talking
Adamantium,
about?
bro. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
her adamantium weave.
Her hair is made out. Her hair is made out of black girl.
It's like very premium. Like
Come on.
Listen,
Like girl
because I'm glad someone said it because I thought the same thing. I was like,
Toni Morrison.
how the fuck is this bitch's braid beating a? They don't call her Big Match Bianca for no reason, bruh. She is invincible if it's on a pay-per-view.
But listen, women aside, it was a decent match. The right people won.
The quadruple. Wait, hold on. How'd you guys feel about the quadruple fucking drop kick
when they chained them together?
Yeah, where they tied them together and then that shit was fire.
That reminded me of the Ninja Turtles doing the shell shot.
It was dope. And Bayley,
I like the spot where Kairi Sane put all the chairs on Shotzi and then she lifted her up over Io and she gave her the elbow drop. That was a cool little spot. I like that.
They were creative. I love the way that Kairi entered the match, the way that she was fucking marching down the ring. That shit was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I like how Sashi forgot
that shit was goofy.
Sashi, I like when Kairi forgot what she was on the fucking top of the ramp. Just like,
God bless her.
I'm like, where the fuck you think you went?
She got big golden retriever energy. Like, she just happy to be there.
Yo, I'm happy she's there. God damn it.
You know the match of the night. You know.
The men.
Cody Rhodes.
Let's just get
to
the best spot. Let's just talk about
the match that his daddy made. And
Jey Uso, like I am still like the Jey Uso stuff is kind of mind-boggling to me that it's still like he's still hot. Like the people are feeling Jey Uso.
Y'all see that he says he's going after the IC title?
Yeah. Like my idea is let him go after the IC at SummerSlam. Like let Gunther hold the title all the way through summer. That way he gets a solid 2 years. Jay versus Gunther at SummerSlam. That way you can build up. If you do Jay Jimmy this year,
could you imagine the Yeats in the crowd?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and that's at a stadium too.
Bro,
oh, that shit gonna be cold. What if they had it in like San Francisco? That shit.
Do you think you could make a Jay Gunther program last that long and keep the people engaged?
I think
I wouldn't start it until later.
It has to be
okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like SummerSlam is when you have the match, but when you build it up, like going forward from there.
Yeah,
I think as soon as Gunther loses the IC title,
Jay, like even in the same realm as Gunther until after WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's playing it up like this was the title that my dad had and that Umaga had. You know what I mean? He's gonna do that whole thing. So I mean, if they
not
do
only
it
that,
right,
he got to finish that story.
Cody's influence is strong.
Yeah, not only that, but then after that, it makes it easier for like them to talk about like how Gunther has like prestige and you know how Jimmy
needs one of them big belts eventually.
Or Jay, and Jay is just like somebody's just around here. You know what I mean? So and Jimmy, and so we can always be like, you know what I mean? I'm here for the people type deal. You know what I'm saying? So. That'd be
people will rally around him too, like because as soon as Gunther drops that IC title, Warpath is one of the big belts.
Yeah, exactly. But as soon as he drops the IC title, he's got to make a beeline for.
I love how they saved Randy.
Oh, wait! Don't we got Bash in Berlin next summer after SummerSlam?
Ooh.
But if Triple H is trying to get rid of the Vince stigma of everybody losing when they're home, putting a big belt on Gunther in Germany could be a fire move.
I truly they would riot if that nigga loses in Germany for the title. Them Europeans will actually do that.
No, them Europeans ain't no joke.
They get violent too.
Yeah,
I mean, listen,
put the belt on him.
Clash is fine with Roman 1.
Don't fuck with him on it.
Clash is fine with Roman 1, so you're okay. So far,
yeah.
But how y'all like the
Germany and fucking.
How y'all like the cash-in attempt and then Randy showing up?
I like
maybe Randy is jacked.
Do you guys know my problem? Damn. I have a problem with this.
Here we go.
Where was Randy? That's still never been.
He was working out. He was pumping iron. Like
where was he? God damn it! We didn't get
was eating.
His wife was ringside, but he wasn't in that goddamn cage. All I want.
He was on that Brock Lesnar shit today.
I just want him to tell me that. I just want to know what the. Where you getting high?
He was drinking that muscle milk. You kidding me?
I understand.
Him and Carlito was pumping iron. They fucking. You see this still? Like,
listen. If that's what it is, I need that to be acknowledged. That's just a glaring plot hole in an otherwise beautiful picture. It was like, why wasn't Randy there?
There's a plot hole in
I can get over it though. Because goddamn, this nigga was holy shit. Hey, that Vince
McMahon going wild. The TRT has began. Randy just crossed over the age where he's legally able to get TRT, so we're probably going to get a super shredded Randy.
Dog, y'all know how funny it is? Vince McMahon is gone, and he can't even be around Jack Carlito or Jack Randy. He is probably sad as hell.
But if Vince was still there, do you guys think we would have got Punk? Honestly, if Vince was still in control,
listen, we're gonna get to that. We're going to get to that. Okay. So Randy does his thing. JD been done it. Takes probably the 5th greatest RKO ever.
Okay, I thought you were gonna put it way higher than that. I was about to be like, no.
My personal favorite, bias alone, just straight bias when Randy RKO'd Hulk Hogan on the car. That was hilarious.
That's a good one. See, my favorite will always be the Seth Rollins.
Let's do this.
I love the curb stomp. That's my favorite RKO.
Evan Bourne. See, Evan Bourne. Remember that?
Ooh, Evan Bourne was a good one.
Number one for me.
That's a great one. That's great.
Yeah. So the heels win. It's 5 minutes left. So the thought process through everybody's head is just like, okay, whatever. So the thought process was either A, Randy turns on Jay. Could be one of the ones.
We thought it was coming.
Thought maybe one of those ones. B, we may get something with Randy and Cody, but it kind of happened already. Fine. C, could have been Randy doing whatever. Then you hear Cult of Personality come on. Punk shows up. They did a whole tribute to this motherfucker.
Hey, tell me y'all didn't get goosebumps when the whole crowd hit it's clobbering time. I was yo.
Look where I'm at. I am literally in frozen hell because
this is where we go.
Yeah.
Now we see Punk come out. Okay, it's realistic. So now we see the video of Seth Rollins just flipping the bird.
Working his ass off.
Listen, we knew that nigga was working when goddamn Michael Cole was holding him back, okay? Never forget that. Michael Cole was the one stopping him.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest though. I've seen Michael go on IG and that nigga's jacked too.
Come on, this is fucking Seth Rollins we're talking about. Goddamn it!
I don't know. Seth got beat up by that one fan that last
time. No, he caught him by behind. That dude had special strength. That man was
wearing his ass out.
That guy had special strength. He had to grab that man by the nuts.
Real quick, if you look at the video behind Seth, Jey Uso and Seth Rollins do not give a fuck. They broke character. They chopping it up. They don't give a fuck.
Randy
Waffle House or some shit.
Drew left apparently, but that was
before Punk came out though. Drew left before Punk came out.
I know. Drew left. They're saying, "Oh, Drew stormed out." No, Drew left beforehand.
Rhea's reaction was priceless though.
Rhea just
like, I was like, "That's my girl."
So. Yeah. Like, Punk breaks the internet. Did Punk's entrance overshadow Randy Orton's return?
Yes,
absolutely.
No doubt about it.
It did.
Not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way, but it absolutely.
It definitely did. There's no way around that.
Like,
we don't know it. Not in a bad way.
For me,
Randy Orton didn't care.
I look at it sort of as like a slight jab at AEW in this way. What was the last promotion that gave us a double debut? If I remember, it was AEW when they gave us the Bryan Danielson
All Out 2021. Yeah, All Out 2021.
So I figured they were like, yo,
let's
we can do that too. You know what I mean? And it was basically the same thing, only it was way more impactful because Triple H took control and made sure to put up the copyright thing, so we all thought it was going off the air.
Right, I'm going to ask everybody a different series of questions. I'm going to go with Sensei the Syndicate.
Yeah.
Did you see the media scrum where they asked Triple H? He said, 10 years ago, he's grown, I've grown, stuff like that. What was your take from Triple H's response to just getting in good with Punk to bring him back? Whatever conversation you think they did have. He's grown, I've grown. No Vince there. That's a big thing right there. So, what do you think? What do you think of Triple H's all response and how he handled everything? Taking a picture with Punk, how frozen over, stuff like that.
That was also the name of the Raw.
Yeah, I think when it comes to that, like, Triple H has always had a good mind for business. You know what I mean? Always. And like, I think even when it was like a couple months. Yeah, it was a couple months.
Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah. Yep. So even if you think about like a couple months ago where CM Punk they were in Chicago in WWE and he was in backstage and he was like, he talked to him for a second and he was like, you know, he left, but it wasn't that you could tell that there wasn't any like beef or there wasn't any drama about it. You know what I mean? So I think that's just kind of like water under the bridge. I also think that CM Punk had to humble himself a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that he ain't had nowhere else, other place to go. So, you know.
Hold on. So, with that being said, right? Mm-hmm. So, Jamel, how do you feel about the alleged behavioral clause that is in CM Punk's contract and how uneasy the other people in the locker room that they need assurance that he is part of the team? For example, Kevin Owens was asked about both returns. And he went on to say, if CM Punk's if CM Punk trying to play ball, I'll play ball. So he's pretty indifferent about it. When he asked about Randy Orton's return, nothing but glitz and glam. Randy's a team leader. Randy's a ring general. Randy's the captain in the locker room. He's just a bright spot in the locker room. I enjoy
plus Delta.
He couldn't get enough for Randy Orton. So how do you feel about this behavioral stuff, the locker room not trusting him, everybody allegedly being iffy about how Punk is or why he's here, stuff like that?
Well, the thing is that you can't act like the last 2 years didn't happen and that Punk had a hand in the mess that AEW was. Personally, I still hold Tony Khan above all else responsible for not squashing a lot of those problems in the beginning. But Punk does have his part to play, and we've seen over the years, Punk does have a tendency to, you know, rub people the wrong way, have some beefs, get into it with people. And so just like Sensei said, he did have to humble himself a little bit because his options, if he truly does care about how his legacy is with wrestling, he doesn't have any other big options to go with. And it's just like, all right, let me go back to WWE. And I think the behavioral clause, it's understandable. You see that in sports all the time, different clauses and everything that they have with players. If a player, you know there's an issue with a player, you might put a clause in there. I think people are going to be professional. I think this is going to work out in the long run. Hopefully he stays healthy. That's the main thing because we've seen him be injury prone. But as far as the behavioral thing, I think it's understandable. But I do think because of WWE structure with leadership at the corporate level, with the folks in Endeavor, then you got Triple H, you got, some of the veterans there. You got people like Roman, like Randy, like Seth, like Drew, like Shane. Like you've got a locker room full of people who are professional, who are about their money, and who are going to look at this opportunity. It's like, oh, I can make money with this dude. Right, it's not going to be a situation where we
plus Triple H ain't gonna have that. Triple H would be like, "Fuck this pacemaker, I will beat your ass."
I was about to say,
and he can fire him immediately.
They can fight it. I think they can fight it out and be cool. Like I think there could definitely be a backroom brawl between Trips and Punk, and they'll get over it. No one will need to be fired.
So, Menace, I will ask you this: do you think Triple H used CM Punk as a chess move to get the most out of the media deal that is up and coming between Amazon, Warner Media, Discovery, blah, 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 blah. It's just a chess move to get CM Punk. And fun fact, CM Punk still has the highest merch sales in AEW to this day.
True.
And he has the highest merch sale now in WWE. And we know he's a draw. We know he's going to make money. We know whatever dream match you do set up, and after comment, I'll get to you about potential dream matches. You already said Stone Cold, and we all know Seth is a match that's going to happen. Seth is all wrong. However, Seth Rollins is acting right now, he's for the business. He's good for business. So, do you think Punk was a chess move with the whole Endeavor thing, TKO, just like trying to get the biggest bag from whatever streaming platform that will get Raw coming up?
I don't necessarily think it was a straight chess move, but I mean, I don't think you can argue it wasn't at the same time. I mean, CM Punk is money no matter what he does, where he goes. I mean, the man can literally breathe. He's making millions. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just kind of has that ability to just bring in the numbers and just draw in people no matter what demographic you are, no matter, like, you know, how knowledgeable you are on wrestling. He kind of just has that, I want to just see what he has to say ability to him. So now that he's out here completely just, hey, I'm gonna go jump ship from them now to here. Oh man, that's nothing but good for WWE. Now you're making the number one merch seller for the main opponent, you know, company. He's now gonna be making you more money with merch sales, making you more money with ticket sales, making you more money with any other merchandise sales, you know, with other toys y'all might be making, with action figures, you know, anything under that agenda. That's nothing but money for WWE. Yeah, that's 100% W move.
And then, all right, well, also just in terms of going back to the backstage morale, only allegedly, Kofi and Bayley came up and greeted Punk with hugs and, you know, stuff like that. So allegedly,
I think Kofi were, you know, they were boys.
They were boys.
They legitimately was home.
And Bayley hugs. Bayley, as we've learned over the last like couple of years, she's a team player and she truly is a.
And Bayley, I think Bayley's like friends with AJ. Like,
Pam's all about business, yo.
Hey, I know this is a little off topic, but I truly think that if they do this right, this face turn for Bayley could be one of the biggest face turns in the last couple of years. Because the build, you see the turn coming. They about to jump the shit out of that girl Bayley, and it's about to be a nasty.
So where does Dakota go?
I think Dakota's gonna end up being like damn near like the main ringleader. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
She is a Joshi. People forget just because she's not Japanese.
It was Dakota
Kai was a Joshi wrestler before going to WWE.
And it was also Dakota's idea to bring in Kairi Sane, and, you know, to also help Bayley. So it's like, you know, you kind of see Dakota, she's pulling them strings a little bit. You know, it's real stuff.
Wise man,
I think that would be a fire twist.
So Afro comment. They're already talking about dream matches for Punk. There's a matter of fact, we already getting Punk matches on YouTube from WWE dropping us. You know, they dropped him and Brock SummerSlam fire match. They already dropped Money in the Bank for the Cena. We already know that. Him and Taker. Soon enough, they're probably gonna drop him and Jeff Hardy SummerSlam fire match. So, what dream matches do you honestly see for Punk in the near future? We all know him and Seth. Y'all are talking about him and Stone Cold. I mean, you can honestly have some type of Paul Heyman thing, really, with him and Brock Roman. Some type of thing like that. You see him just
Heyman on the pole.
Okay, so are you wanting to know from the perspective of what I think's gonna draw money, or what I personally would like to see? Because those are two different answers.
We are in contract season, so we are in WrestleMania season next month.
Yeah,
we have to draw the best we can draw until May, pretty much.
I mean, Seth is a given in my opinion. Of course, if they manage to pull off Stone Cold, that's WrestleMania material, and at any day, shape, point, time you want to pick a time, you can put that match anywhere. No one's going to complain. I honestly, I want to see Punk versus Roman. Me personally, I've got this crazy idea in my mind of, like, I'm not usually a multi-man match, but what if we got a Heyman guy versus, like, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, triple threat, fucking make it happen.
There are so many options.
There's just so many, and that's just talking like big money matches. Like there are so many fucking random matches.
Punk versus Ilya Dragunov.
Thank you. That is the one that's been at the top of my fucking brain. Is Punk versus Ilya.
I think
that would be so fucking crazy.
I think the biggest money match that they could go with right now, aside from obviously Punk Roman,
that's my personal.
If they did a triple threat match, Punk, Gunther, and Seth for the world title, you can't go wrong with that. Literally, you can't go wrong with that at all.
I want Punk and Cody just on the mic, just talking.
No, they gotta wrestle. They gotta wrestle.
I understand they got to get to that point, but just to have them talk mess about how they went here, how they went there, You know what I mean?
And this is another guy that had an intricate relationship with Cody's father that he might not have had.
Exactly. Not only that, but then after that being like, you know, Cody could be like, I'm like the evolution of what you were talking about. You know what I mean? Where you were just talking about this shit. I was about this.
I did it.
Yeah. He really went. He was like, I went. He can hit him with the. I went and started the alternative that you talked about for so long. I went and did it.
That you tried to bring down.
So you can go there.
What do y'all think of Punk versus Logan Paul?
I think
as
that
a program
could be big money
and as a match.
We're just naming shit at this point.
No, Cam.
I think
about that.
I'm gonna be so honest. I hate everything about that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not a money match. That's
I
think it could be though.
I think it could be.
I think that could be a good segment after Raw. You know, after WrestleMania, Monday or the Raw after WrestleMania, where you know.
It could be symbolic payback for Hangman since Logan Paul does Hangman's moveset better than him.
No, Logan Paul does his moves. Those are all his moves now.
Let's go. I'm here. The Maverick Lariat. I don't know about no buckshot lariat. I only know about the Maverick
I do want to ask this question. What do you think about, now hear me out.
Okay, he's about to say something wild.
About to be on some bullshit.
Yep. Straight bullshit. I can feel it.
What do y'all feel about corporate Punk?
Oh my god, bro.
Hell yeah.
Can we drop this bullshit narrative that Pete, come on. The AEW stamps are salty because this nigga is thinking about the money.
What do you think about corporate
Punk?
I
actually like that. I like that idea because wouldn't it be a sight to see Punk, not just corporate,
in a suit
wearing Punk, shaking hands with Triple H,
corporate Kane 2.0,
pissing everybody on
it. Not necessarily. What I'm saying.
But I think it'd be a good idea.
For corporate Punk, it wouldn't be suits, handshakes, stuff like that. Him being guided by Triple H, because Seth Rollins.
So you're saying Triple H comes back on? I think Punk's too old to be guided by anybody.
Not guided, but it's just like, listen, I brought you back here, just hear me out. And then he goes, he's kind of like there for.
Do we get a shot of Triple H in Vince's office with the dinosaur head?
You can.
That'd be fire.
Yeah. That's his office.
The real changing of the guard.
Just for the
I'm the captain now.
Like I think it would be cool to have corporate Punk just because of just having it and being like, here I am here for the money. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I was wrong that, you know what I mean, that we needed new leadership, but I think I was wrong about, you know, who could right the ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then being like, you know, this is a business, you know, and I'm a sports entertainer.
Ooh, that'll piss people off. What do y'all think about Punk getting a new faction?
No, let him. He's got to ride solo for a minute. He's got to ride solo.
Not immediately, but I think he could work and having like an actual faction that he's leading, like straight edge society, but not necessarily based on straight edge.
And having him. Also, Punk's first match is with Dominic. Hear me out.
I like that. I like that
idea.
They have history.
Yep. He told him Ray was a coward, and now Dom sees it.
Dom believes him because Ray is kind of a shitty dad.
Straight Edge Society Punk when he faced Ray back in the day, and Dominic was there. They already traded shots on IG. I think it'd be a good match. Just for starting.
I'm with you on that. That's not that crazy.
Dom can take a loss. Like honestly, I'm kind of intrigued about Punk versus everyone in Judgment Day that's not JD McDonough. Him versus Rhea, that shit would be dope.
Him versus Rhea I think him versus JD McDonough would be better than you're trying to give credit for.
2023, Dominic has like 90 plus matches. Let's give Dominic some credit.
Oh yeah, Dominic's been doing this shit.
Dominic is most improved wrestler of 2023.
Yeah, I definitely. I just said that in 2022.
I mean, because considering where he started at, he ain't had no other way.
Like,
but
I think, from January, from where he started over the last year, especially with joining Judgment Day, I don't think there's been
that's where the real big
glow up.
The heel turn
like Dominic.
The heel turn was
his heel turn, let it grow his hair out, the wrestling
being a Guerrero like he is.
I think people do not give Dominic enough credit. He's a very good wrestling mind in terms of just his heel work, on the mic, his entire
where people completely miss me is when they talk about him being the best heel in wrestling. I'm like, no, because people talk about,
but he could be.
I'm like, that's not the same.
He definitely has the potential.
Yeah. Like I think before Judgment Day,
when I say with Dominic, he's
something I wouldn't mind seeing.
I'm just saying with Dominic.
You say Austin Theory
because now I'm an Austin Theory hater. Now here's what I mean. Because the program between that shit, the good guy CM Punk that talks shit, and the asshole Austin Theory that talks even more shit.
I mean,
I'm a Theory hater. Y'all know this. I'm a day one Theory hater.
With Grayson Waller. They got me with Grayson Waller.
Just the segments of
he would do what John Cena did.
You said what?
Like that's the thing. This is basically him versus John Cena again. When John Cena killed him. Yeah. John Cena killed Austin Theory's whole career.
Like just the promo work that they could do, just how irritating Austin Theory can be, and then how much CM Punk could just flame Theory. Oh yeah, that could be money right there.
Like Theory needs.
Well, before we move on, just to say with Dominic, he's accepting what the crowd is giving him.
He is definitely leaned into it.
I used to feel bad for that shit at first, but then I was like, nah, he this shit up now.
You not see the like level of experience that he has around him with Damian Priest, with Finn Balor, with Rhea Ripley, with JD McDonough, who got tons of experience.
People forget though.
He's got a running buddy
now. People who don't get enough credit. Finn Balor has proved time and time again that he is a kingmaker when it comes to fucking factions, bro. Whether people want to acknowledge it or not, factions that have Finn Balor in them work. From the Bullet Club onward.
Yeah.
You take Finn Balor and he made a Gaijin, the first Gaijin faction stable in Japan. And
Bullet Club niggas are still riding the Bullet Club train to this day. Finn did that in 2009, 10? Come on.
Yeah, Bullet Club Gold, Bullet Club, the
Club. You got Bullet Club Gold, you got ABC, you got the Elite. Whether they want to acknowledge it or not, there's still a Bullet Club offshoot.
Judgment Day is kind of a
Bullet Club. You got House of Torture. There's literally like 5 or 6 different divisions of Bullet Club right now.
What were you saying?
I said, when do y'all think was like the peak era of the Bullet Club? Because I remember for me,
the beginning, bro. Carl Anderson, Bad Luck Fale, Finn Balor just trashing everybody in New Japan.
I don't know.
They took the tag, they got the tag titles. Then Finn got the junior heavyweight title. Then he moved up and got the heavyweight title.
He's a Japanese wrestler, period.
I don't know, man. Like for me personally, I think it's got to be
AJ.
Like right after
AJ was good.
Right after AJ started, and they really started forming with and becoming like what they became, like the asshole Bullet Club. By the time Kenny Omega took over, they was at peak wrestling.
Do y'all remember when Kenny joined the Bullet Club?
That shit was goofy. I ain't gonna lie.
For me, it's AJ Styles, because AJ Styles took it to another level, and another
My
level
thing
was ROH. He took the Bullet Club to Japan. I mean,
he took the Bullet Club.
I'm not the biggest Japan wrestling fan, so for me, when I knew the Bullet Club was a thing was like 2016 onward, and I think that's when they cracked.
They're being
really cracked, being
the mainstream.
God damn it! I gotta give the Young
Bucks. That's where you get
the Young Bucks definitely contributed.
Yeah,
they did.
That's when they that's when it became known to outside of just wrestling people. For me,
but I mean,
think those years were as far I think story wise, what y'all are saying, very valid points. Like with AJ, with the beginning, with Prince Devitt and Anderson and all of them. But I think in terms of popularity, making money, and being a thing, I think it was 2016 right up into the end of 2018, because once the Elite left Ring of Honor, that kind of sapped a lot away from what the Bullet Club was, and that basically killed the faction.
The problem was once it got to America, and it was just Adam Cole's Bullet Club.
Because I didn't hate the Jay White era of Bullet Club though.
Jay White era was good.
I was going to say he beat Okada, he beat Tanahashi, he was busting niggas' asses when he was.
Well, I think they had to do it to keep them relevant though, because like after the fact that Bullet Club had lost so many of those main names with the Young Bucks, with Cody, with Kenny and everything like that, they're like, hey, we got to do something to make sure that
I never counted Hangman as a real.
What's his name? Marty Scurll.
That was a bad one though, man.
He got a
real villain. He was living his game.
He got sent to the Shadow Realm because he got
crazy.
Google speaking out. The speaking out shit turns out he was like doing some shit with some underage girl, and
I hated the. Okay, wait. I almost
you know he's still getting booked, right? I'm just
but not as listen.
I mean, it ain't gonna be the same.
Listen, he may be a shit person, but Marty Scurll is dope in the ring. Like he can fucking go.
He in purgatory though, so we ain't gonna see him no more.
Marty Scurll changed that light heavyweight division in Japan.
He did
a lot.
It's like Velveteen Dream, like they are in the shadow.
And clawing at Japanese people, bro.
Come on. My boy's innocent. The Velveteen is innocent.
Jack Gallagher's there. Like,
it's crowded in
the Jack Gallagher.
That nigga got caught. So
there wasn't no way, bro. There wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about old Jack.
What's your boy? What's y'all boy name? Michael Elgin. He was one of them who got caught up in that.
He's still getting booked though.
But again, they not getting booked in nowhere that people gonna see.
Yeah, because they were top prospects to go to WWE.
Especially Joey Ryan ass. That nigga got
but bro, he's another one that was living his fucking gimmick, bro.
Nigga is dead like fried chicken in this business. He ain't
his finisher was his dick, bro. Come on,
y'all think about this.
And not in the cool way. The X-Pac's dick was his finisher.
He was getting touted to get signed to WWE and AEW, and he was just like, "No, I'm gonna stay independent." That is one of the biggest bullet dodges for either. He's like,
bro. Could you imagine if he'd have signed with either one, and then all that shit comes out?
Oh shit, missed on that one.
Triple H,
nigga,
probably would kill Triple H sooner. Like, goddamn.
Oh man! All right, so. With Punk, right? So,
right.
So remember that guy?
Never forget it.
So, well, I'll change it real quick. So, the demise of Punk in AEW. So,
the front face lock on Jack Perry.
Exhibit A, Punk gets there. That's the great promo. Just like it's in Chicago, they're glazing Chicago to the point of no return at this point. So. Where it went wrong, obviously, Hangling Payne does the promo.
Lane Man Page.
Yeah, and then
the workers' rights promo.
Then he wins the title, goes back, calls everybody children, which they were, and then obviously the fight, and then everybody.
But doesn't it make him a child to do the same thing though?
No, wait, hold on.
To me personally, like if you're dealing with people and it's a business. Like you don't air it out in front of everybody else. Like you go talk to Tony about that shit and handle it like.
But Tony's not doing anything about it though. You think they didn't talk to Tony about it? I
completely get that. I get that.
But it gets worse. It gets worse.
Yeah, go ahead.
It gets worse. So they get spinning. He comes back, wins the title again.
Again.
So then we're on that point, and then we're on the point with Jack Perry.
And stuff by the way, he's been hurt twice bad.
He broke his foot once jumping in the crowd, and then
they can't coexist. We're gonna make a third. We're gonna go in the red more than we already are in a profit margin because they're in the black. AEW's in the black. I mean, even though they're worth this, they're down here because Fight Forever took a bunch of fucking money on
it. Was trash.
New brand. They're making a collision and gave CM Punk all the control. QT Marshall couldn't be on this show. Matt Hardy got sent home. Blah 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 blah.
And now QT Marshall's left the company
for reasons we know why, but allegedly, y'all. But
no, what happened? I don't know what happened. What happened?
So QT Marshall felt as though they're going in it more of a New Japan route. Of
basically, he wanted TV time, and he wasn't going to get it.
Oh yeah, Cody's gone, nigga. You better sit down and be able to get this check.
But the crazy thing is, if he's to be believed, they're saying he wrote over 700
on the screen.
But wait, they're saying he wrote over 750 formats for AEW TV.
It don't mean shit.
No, I'm saying maybe Tony's not as bad of a booker as we thought. Maybe it wasn't all Tony. Maybe it'll get better now that QT's gone.
What I'm saying is this: so you get.
Hey, if QTV is any indication of what
Andrade's your boy.
Harley Cameron bad than a motherfucker though.
Listen, Andrade's your boy. FTR's your boy. Collision's actually doing numbers the first week, right? So prevalence.
They did close to 1 million.
House of Black's getting shine. Ricky Starks is getting shine. Powerhouse Hobbs is getting shine.
Ricky's the next one to jump ship. I guarantee you.
People you don't see on Dynamite getting shine. Collision was a good thing, right? So then Jack Perry, the fuck everything, right? So then they're like, I want to use real glass. Well, you don't have to because reasons. And then just like
Crimea River.
Yeah, get Crimea River. Then they fight. Tony's life was in danger. Then the Punk. Then
Tony's life is in danger from CM Punk putting a front face lock on Jack Perry.
So he gets fired. Jack Perry gets suspended. The Bucks come to Collision, do a victory lap because Punk got fired. Lord and behold, now we have a thing that comes out pretty much 4 to 5 months later. Bryan Danielson is hired.
No, wait. He just came out. He just came out in an interview and cleared this up. He said he is part of the disciplinary committee, but he is nowhere near being the head of it. He said the disciplinary is close to 8 people. Well, no. He said that there was. He said that there were 3 main people, but he said that there were more lawyers that were involved than just the people.
You made the call to say yes, he should get your input is important. So you
snitch Brian allegations.
The two-faced snitch Daniel the Dragon.
Yeah. I was gonna say the American two-faced snitch Dragon Brian.
Don't do my boy like that.
Hey, he got an eye patch on and everything now.
So he makes an eye patch on. He's looking like Solid Snake out there, and it's just like, hey, I think Punk should get fired because
I wish he'd come home, bro. I really do. Decision. Brian Danielson is made.
Health-wise, he probably should.
He's on where the fuck he's at.
Look at the injuries that Bryan Danielson has attained. This is the crazy thing. This was the whole reason. This will be one of the few times I've ever agreed with Vince. Vince was like, yo, I love you in creative, but you're getting older. You've had a lot of trauma. I don't know about you wrestling a full schedule. Bryan Danielson wasn't okay with that. Goes to AEW. Now he's done. He's broken his arm. He's torn this. He's fucking fractured his orbital socket. Come on.
But bro, like he's getting older, of course, but in the same instance, he's fighting a whole hell of a lot harder than what he would have done in WWE.
Yeah,
so,
but,
like,
but
of
I'm
course,
saying I don't need, at this point, I don't need Bryan Danielson to do
it. But that's what he wants to do. So, like, who are we to stop this man from doing what he want to do?
Yeah, I get that, but it's so crazy
because like they wanted him on like on some like, you know, part-time type stuff, and he didn't really want that. Like he wanted to be able, he missed out on a whole lot, and he really does love the sport.
I get that, but be an attraction, be this guy, that be an in-balls. I think Daniel Bryan is an in-balls wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, he doing what he wants. So it's just like
he's definitely an impulse wrestler. There's no doubt about that. Look at the guy. Look at his match
my eyes are fine.
You know what I'm saying? I can hold
my in the best way possible, but there's nothing safe about the way Bryan Danielson wrestles. So I mean that in the best way possible.
What I was trying to say with AEW is that 4 pillar shit is done. It's just it's just MJF.
It was done last year.
It was done long, but it was done after they said it.
What I'm asking y'all is, I'm gonna go one by one. I'm gonna go Sensei, make a new 4 pillars, or not even 4 pillars, just the system. 4. Just the big 4 of AEW.
Of who I think it should be, or who they have right now,
who it is.
Yeah, because like if I want, like, so if I were to make the 4 pillars, like I would have MJF in there. I'd have Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, and Wardlow. That'd be my 4 that I would do from there. Like, I think
I mean, they're all better than Jungle Ass. So
yeah. He was there. I don't even know why he was there. He was a tag team wrestler that got, you know.
I don't know.
He wasn't even the best in his tag team wrestling group.
I don't know why Ricky Starks wasn't originally one. We needed one more Caucasian in there to just fit it.
No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Take out somebody else. Swerve needs to be in there. Swerve needs to be in there. My bad. I'm sorry, Swerve. So yeah, like
he should come back to WWE.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, man.
He's trying to be the first black AEW champion. It's not going to happen on MJF's watch.
I was going to say, even if it's not on MJF's watch, it's not going to happen in any meaningful amount of time.
Sheesh. Yeah, but I don't think he needs to go back to WWE, because then after that, he's not going to get used like he's supposed to. Like, I love Triple H. Triple H is going to use him for the moment that he comes back.
Well, Shawn Michaels was a
swerve guy.
Yeah, so he's not gonna get that. He may get NXT championship. He may be at NXT all day long.
Minutes before you give your big four, what do you think of Shawn Michaels saying, "Wow, we're really not using you the way you're supposed to be used to your potential"? Talking to Swerve, and then.
When you have
that for the most part,
when you have one of the greatest of all time telling you point blank, we didn't use it to your potential, that says a whole lot. They didn't use it. They're not using you. They completely missed the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever they was looking at, they clearly didn't see. So, I mean, good for Shawn Michaels for being able to admit it. But I mean, they let that go. I mean, they let go to AEW. So look at them now. They got
who are your big four, or big four pillars? What the fuck you want?
Now, are we talking currently or like
currently that are employed in AEW? You just go with young talent, good old talent that's currently. Oh, obviously talent that's currently there, but it's just like what route do you want to go?
See, like, I'm thinking, so like from what Sensei said, my list is going a whole different route then. Because
before you go, can we all agree that MJF is kind of like we shouldn't put him on there, because it's like that's obvious. I think anybody who's not MJF, because it's obvious, like MJF. I think that'd be like,
but some people might see it different. I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question.
I'm gonna go.
I'm just assuming. Sorry.
MJF. Jon Moxley.
Ooh.
Because I mean, even in the short time,
I know why.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, I mean, in a couple years he's been there. I mean, he's truly been one of their top stars that's been helped carrying their company. So
PWI top 100. Jon Moxley was top 5.
I think it was top 5, top 4. Yeah. So I think it's pretty fair to have him on that list.
I don't have the exact number, but I think it was 3. He was
3 this year. Roman was 2 this year, and Seth was 1 this year.
Yeah, so we know why. A good pick. I agree.
Says currently still employed.
I'd be worrying about him just like I'd be worrying about Daniel Bryan.
You know, this very much might be a hot take, and I'm okay with it, but I kind of want to go Britt Baker.
The one that got 0 promo time in 2023?
But that's fine. I mean, I'm just saying, like, what she was doing in the early AEW, real life, she was holding it down. That woman was holding it down. And she was
holding it down.
So I'm going to go Britt Baker, and then as much as I truly don't want to, like, I'll give one of like the cliche answers with Darby Allin. I mean, that boy's kind of been in everything you can think of since the jump of AEW. So that, you know, that's mine right there.
No swerve on this one. No swerve. Jamel's on you. You your big 4.
All right. I'm not gonna include MJF. That's obvious. So here are my 4. I would go Swerve. You're gonna get that right there. I'm gonna have to put Jon Moxley. Like, even though I'm not the biggest Jon Moxley fan, he's been pivotal for AEW, and especially with everything that happened last year with the Punk situation, he was kind of key in keeping ship afloat. So I say Moxley. I wish I could say Ricky Starks, but
Hey, Ricky
I wish I could, but like it's not quite. They ain't quite using him the way that I like. So I'm gonna go with one that's probably gonna surprise y'all. Christian Cage has been one of the absolute best things on AEW television for the last couple of years. Talking about niggas dead daddies, and like this program with Adam Copeland, it actually has some substance. Like their promo this past, what they did on Dynamite.
It's going to be on Dynamite, and not it's going to be on free TV.
It was good. It was really good. Like I like what they did. Like I like the stuff that they did. And Christian, he's one of those few people who come over like those veterans from WWE. He's actually been he's actually been solid, and he's actually been good. So I would say Christian Cage.
Don't forget Christian beat Kenny Omega for the fucking.
He did.
Impact.
Indeed, he did. And I'm gonna go with a woman, but it's not the woman that Menace went with. Currently, I think Toni Storm might be up there because timeless Toni Storm with the ass oranges and her character work. I think she's been very good for AEW.
Ass oranges
the women with the women. So for me, I say Toni Storm, Christian, Moxley, and Swerve. Again, MJF, we are.
Afro Kami.
You on mute.
The mute Afro Kami.
Can't hear you.
You're still muted.
Not at all.
You sound
we
really
can
far
hear you,
away.
but you're quiet.
You should maybe log out and log back in. Maybe.
Yeah.
Should I give my 4 maybe in the meantime?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Let's get the first one to Ricky Starks, who should have just been a pillar in the fucking beginning, but whatever. Things happen.
Yeah, not Jack Perry. Jack Perry.
Jungle ass. Yeah.
That man has been off TV for months and nobody's missed him.
Ricky Starks should have been a pillar from the get-go, but I think it's his time. It's too bad it's anchored upon Big Bill. So
Big Bill.
So he has matches with Bryan Danielson and whatever. Cool. Nobody's blinking an eye to that happened, but it did happen. So
check.
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay.
I'll just give him my 4. Ricky Starks. We're excluding MJF from it, just a bit of a new 4.
He is at the top.
Swerve. All the blacks are behind Swerve. Everybody's behind Swerve for right now. So he already beat Hangline Page twice. So I'm for it. I really wanted one of the Lucha Bros to be a pillar. It looks like Penta for be a pillar, just like because Phoenix just has to get hurt. He has to get hurt.
He is injury prone.
That's in his contract.
So I think Penta, but I know nothing's going to come out of it. I wanted to be Penta, but I'm going to go with Christian Cage also. So I'm going to go Ricky Starks, Christian Cage, Swerve. And then, yeah, I mean, they're not the absolute best for making young talent great. I would love for it to be hot powerhouse house, but it's not. I mean, he's just there, I guess. Unfortunately, I know Warlow cut his ponytail and just like he just
hell the fuck off. Yep.
Ray Samson did.
Cool. Good for him and all that he's got going on. I wanted to actually make it a tag team. I wanted to be the damn Guns.
Okay.
The Guns have like honestly one of the best openings.
There's a tag team of mine too, but it's not the Guns.
I wanted to be the Guns.
Opening entrance that they had was cold.
Yeah,
they still got a nice one.
If AEW was fucking serious about these tag titles and trios titles, and the record is everything, they would have been champion by now.
They were.
Or at least ROH champion.
Well, no, they were the tag champ for a little bit.
When?
Wait. Are MJF and Adam Cole still the ROH tag team?
Yeah, still the ROH.
Okay.
But yeah, I picked the guns.
The guns
I picked the guns. Swerve.
They beat FTR. Remember?
Christian and I don't know my life. That I didn't say. Oh, Ricky Stocks. Afro Comedy, your big four.
Okay, gotta go Swerve. He's proved himself. Fucking. Then I'm gonna go FTR because just because they were booked like shit doesn't mean. Like I said, those guys had one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen in my whole entire life against Bullet Club Gold. One of the best tag matches I've ever fucking seen. So, yeah, that's FTR. Kenny Omega, even though he wasn't supposed to be, he is still old Twinkle Toes is still carrying the lion's share of fucking random storylines through this motherfucker. Whether it's Chris Jericho and the Golden Jets, whether or not him and Kota Ibushi are gonna get back together, and fucking, I mean, just all kinds of random filler shit. Like he's doing his best. Are we ruining some stuff by him trying to
Kenny?
But yeah, I gotta put Kenny up there. So yeah, Swerve, FTR, Kenny, and let's see. I would say John Moxley, but I've seen his. If John Moxley could hide his razor blade, I'd have less of a problem.
I love everybody said 4 people, including myself, and didn't include Will Ospreay.
He's not even fucking there yet.
Yeah, he's not even like technically a part of AEW yet.
He's not.
Technically,
they did the thing with them.
No, I mean, he's more in February. New Japan.
He turned down
I'll see you in March.
To be with AEW.
They're gonna put the belt on him in Wembley, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's gonna be our next champion.
I'm just saying.
That's who's beating MJF.
I was gonna say, what if Swerve gets to be the first black champion?
Don't get that thought out of your head. Get it out your head.
I'm just saying.
Oh god damn! Wait. You said Swerve beats MJF, and then Will Ospreay beats. Damn, they're gonna make Swerve a transitional champion.
Yeah.
God damn.
Mm-hmm. And they
I can see it right now.
I want Swerve. If you're listening to this, you're probably not.
Swerve wins.
But no,
I want you to take the class. Hold on, real quick. I want Swerve to take the class of a Hakuto Shiru and talk about how to be a transitional champion 3 times.
I was gonna say she's done it 3 different times, bro.
Yeah.
She's a placeholder. But no, I think my last one, and fucking this is. I hope he gets used. This is it. I'm saying this to manifest better usage. But Hook, man, they had something with Hook. He's a little guy, but his technique is fucking impeccable.
Yeah, you got to include Taz commentating for him.
Yeah, Taz.
No doubt about it, brother.
But no, that's my last one, Hook. So I got Swerve, FTR, Hook, and Kenny Omega.
Fair enough, brother. But you know, it's Friday Night Yerrr. We're growing on YouTube slowly but surely. We're trying to get at least 100. We get 100 by the end of 2023. We're gonna work on 2023 in December. You know, we'll post what I post. We'll come up here every Friday, talk wrestling. Catch me or Menace on TikTok. I don't know. I'm gonna be on TikTok tonight, most likely. I don't know. We're gonna do wrestling on there. You know, if Menace gonna pull up, we can do wrestling. I don't care. I'm for it. Or you talk, whatever, for that. But you know, this is the squad right here. We're missing a couple people, but you know, they're coming off the bench. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Fair to talk wrestling. Makes somebody can't hear. AK is AK. Put your mom in fix for a leg lot. Follow the Blur Cartel. Facebook, YouTube, IG, Spotify, Twitch, all that stuff. So Friday Night Yerrr on YouTube, where we have people. Follow here. Jamel, Eastside Reviews, what you got going on?
Nothing much, sir. Just working, getting this Arizona State life going on. Academic advising these good children out here. You can catch me on here every Friday. Follow me on Instagram, Jamel727. Eastside Reviews on YouTube. Eastside Reviews on TikTok. We growing.
The children are our future. Menace, what you got going on?
Always working, man. Always trying to take care of myself. Just doing my thing. I always be on TikTok. You can find me on TikTok, Menace Society 3. I talk about anime and wrestling. Usually go on lives with Cam. Lately, I've truly just been too busy to try to find like the table for my lives, but I'm definitely gonna try to get back on track with those. And then I'll be on Friday Night Yerrr, obviously, and then earlier on Fridays in the day, I'm on Player Shorts Anime, so check that out. Go ahead, show love to both, all platforms. Yeah, that's it, y'all.
Still waiting for that plug to be on Player Shirts, but everything is due when it's due. My time is not now, but it will be though. Hopefully. Afro Kami, what you got going on?
You already know. You can follow me at AfroComedy765 on all platforms. Of course, you can catch me here on Friday Night Yerrr, Saturdays on Make It Make Sense, on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag, just talking all kinds of random TV shows, movies, whatever you're looking for. We probably took the time to watch it for you, so you don't have to. You know the vibe. Something flagrant, something inflammatory.
And Sensei the Syndicate, Blur Syndicate.
Yeah, so we always go check out the shop, theblursyndicate.com. This whole month we got 20% off of everything. So we didn't have Cyber Monday, we got a Cyber Month. So we got that going on. We also got starting next year, we're gonna have like a Blur Jeopardy. So it's gonna have something from there. We're gonna have we're still doing the D&D sessions. It takes a lot to animate them, and so trying to do that. We also have coming up this next week on Tuesday, we're gonna do best movies of 2023, and we're just gonna talk about that. And
I'm gonna put the Marvels on there.
I haven't seen it yet. I got to go see it this weekend, so I have to.
What about the Flash?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the best and the worst. The worst.
Ooh, boy, that's ass.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. You know what I mean? We talked about how the Me Too movement stopped a lot of people's lives. Ezra Miller.
Oh shit.
He
was actually
he's living reverse.
That nigga was beyond Me Too. They were fucking everybody else.
Hey, shout everybody watch tonight.
He's the one. He's the real scumbag.
Yeah, he was. It wasn't Me Too. It was everybody else.
He was doing flagrant. He was
what
doing
they got going on, and then we'll be back next Friday for all that. So we'll see what the Punkster got to do if he's showing up tonight. If Randy is showing up tonight. And,
Randy.
Shout out to Matt.
That dude fucked his money up.
Damn.
Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Just had a baby today too.